Welcome to Sign with JP. I am your teacher, JP. Today we're covering some of the most common signs you will use when you meet a deaf person, especially for the first time. The structure of this lesson is I'm going to give you a few signs and then we're going to put them together in a sentence so you can have actual real sentences to use in a conversation. The first sign is deaf. Deaf has morphed from several different things. The current sign for deaf looks like this. We're gonna take one hand, we're gonna touch at the jaw and come down towards the chin area, okay? And I would like to always give some background so you kind of remember where this was or why we have this sign. It comes from can't hear, can't speak, okay? So the original sign actually was ear closed, right? They moved away from that and they went to can't hear and can't speak, okay? And if you've ever heard the term deaf and dumb, or maybe you have had grandparents use deaf and dumb, or if that's what you used, deaf and dumb. Dumb in the old days meant you can't talk, mute, essentially, right? You can't make words. So it used to be actually deaf and dumb. Dumb in the sense of can't speak. And then it changed to deaf and mute, essentially, and it shortened to this. Okay? And the cool thing about the sign deaf is it can come down, but it can also go up. All right, so there's some flexibility there, but now you know the history of the sign, and just so you know, ASL is not that old, and it morphs and changes. And just like in English, how we have new language emerging all the time, and how different words have different meanings now. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I'm a Gen Xer, and just talk to a Gen Z, and you wouldn't have any idea what they're talking about. You got me, right? All right, deaf. Okay, so we have deaf people. What about hearing people? Hearing people is this sign right here. This comes from words tumbling out of our mouth. All right? Hearing. It also means the public, because for deaf people, when they go out in public, they're around hearing people. So for them, hearing and the public is the same thing. Hearing and public. We have this sign, which means which. Which one? We're gonna do two thumbs up and we alternate them. And I like to think of it this way. When you sign which, you have to put something on this hand, and then you put something on this hand, and you're kind of saying like, do you want this one or this one? Okay, so which. And which is a WH question, which means our eyebrows go down when we ask this question. And it's at the end of the sentence. I'm gonna show you right now. If I'm gonna ask, are you deaf or hearing? Okay, I'm gonna sign deaf, hearing, which one? Right? And the way I do that is I lean slightly to one side and I sign deaf. Then I lean slightly to the other side and I sign hearing. Okay, so there we go. I put one on this side and I put one on this side. That's what I'm doing. And then I lower my eyebrows and ask which one. Okay? And you might think, that might be a rude question. You would think so, but in the deaf community, it is not rude. It is not rude to ask someone if they are deaf. They are not offended by it. They are actually very proud of it. And they are it's very okay to ask someone, are you deaf? Now, the way you ask, are you deaf? All you're gonna do is raise your eyebrows because it's a yes or a no question. Okay, you can add the pronoun in there, you. And that is, are you deaf? Right? Are you hearing? Raise the eyebrows. Okay? But if you're asking, are you deaf or hearing? And we lower our eyebrows because we have a WH question in there. Deaf people are very comfortable. This is a very common question. I am a very good signer, and oftentimes when I meet new people, new deaf people, they're not sure if I'm deaf or hearing. And so they'll ask me. And I will ask people too. If I go into a signing environment, which is a lot of people signing, and we have a lot of high-skilled signers that are hearing will be chatting, and it's not uncommon to ask, not uncommon at all. And it's not offensive. I just want to put that as not offensive. Deaf people are, it's part of their identity, and it's okay. I have a background that's Italian. If someone comes up to me and is like, hey, are you Italian? I'm not like, whoa, why you gotta put me in the box? No, I'm like, yeah, I'm an Italian American. I have Italian heritage. Deaf people are the same way. They're like, yeah, I'm deaf. Or no, I'm hearing. Or I am, which is an HH from side to side, hard of hearing. I'm not gonna get into what hard of hearing versus deaf right now. It means a little bit different than what you think it means. It's a little different. And so we'll talk about that at another time. But for now, get comfortable with asking, let's move on. So you just met someone and you want to ask them, where are you from? The first part of that, it's actually only two signs. From where? Okay, so from, take your non-dominant hand. So I'm right-handed, so that means my left hand. I'm gonna hold it a number 1, palm away from me. I'm gonna put the other hand in a number 1 right behind it. And I'm gonna pull it towards me as I curl my finger, okay? That is from, okay? And the sign for where is a shaking number 1 finger. And of course I lower my eyebrows because it's a WH question. Okay, you could add the pronoun in there because I want to say, where are you from? So I'm going to point. Remember, WH question at the end. We're going to lower our eyebrows. We are going to lean forward slightly and hold this last question. That's the indication to my person I'm signing with that it is now I'm waiting for my response, for you to respond to me, okay? Do that a few times. I've already done it 5 or 6 times. I know how to sign this, but if you're learning for the first time, you need to do it. Another great statement or question that you're going to be signing when you meet deaf people, especially for the first time, is sign it again, please. Because they might throw out these signs, you'll be like, whoa, sign it again, please. So first is sign. Sign is this way. Okay, we're just taking 2 fingers, number 1s, and we circle them around each other. Okay, I'm going to give you an alternate sign because this is an older sign still used, but now this one is also becoming popular. So we sign, to sign. 2 signs that mean the same exact thing. Okay, again, hold open your non-dominant hand. Take your other hand. Now, I'm trying to describe this as best I can in like a karate chop type way and bend it in half. And we're going to flip it around and tap it right into our palm. Okay, I'm exaggerating these movements. I'm making them nice and big, and you should as well until you get comfortable with these signs. So I'm gonna say sign it again. I'm gonna use this. Okay, could also be like that. For simplicity's sake, I'm just gonna go here. And please, we're just an open hand on the chest and we circle it around, please, okay? Don't spread your fingers. Fingers are together and it goes around, okay? So try again to ask me, sign it again, please. You're on your way. The next thing you will probably need to tell a deaf person or ask a deaf person is to sign slower, right? Like, please sign slower because deaf people will come at you, and if you are not ready for that, it's gonna be challenging. So how do you sign? Sign. You got it. Slow, we're gonna extend the non-dominant arm, put the other one hand right on top, and we slowly drag it up, okay? That is slow. You might see it just right here. Some people go all the way up the arm. You don't need to, just a little bit. So this is sign slower. And then how do you sign please? Okay. Sign slower, please, or sign slow, please, is what you are asking. Do it again. Yeah. The secret to learning how to sign is to sign. I know, it's weird, but if you do it over and over again, you're looking at what the meaning is, you're thinking about it, you think about meeting someone, you're like, I don't know what this is, I gotta ask them to sign slower. And deaf people are very familiar with signing with hearing people who are learning how to sign. Most deaf people have this interaction very often. Okay, because there are more people who are just learning how to sign than there are proficient hearing signers. So they're used to it. And they'll understand. They might forget that they're signing so fast, you go, oh. And it'll be, most of them, very happy to do so because their goal is to communicate with you. All right? Try to get over they're judging me. They're not. They're just trying to communicate with you just like you're trying to communicate with them. All right, let's say we're done meeting people, we're done chatting with people, and now we are leaving and we're gonna sign, see you later. This is a combination of two signs, which is see and later. The first sign, see, we're gonna take two fingers, put them up by your dominant, so this dominant hand, dominant side eye, and we put it out, okay? Don't do this, okay? That's not correct, that's a hearing thing. We don't do that in ASL. We come from one side of the face and we come out. And because I'm going towards you, I'm signing see you. Okay, I'm not doing it this way to see that person or see that person over there. No, I'm seeing you. Okay, and the sign for later, now work with me here. Later is an L. This is my dominant hand. Put the thumb in the palm of the other hand and drop it. Okay. That is later. Think of it like this is a clock face and we are going later, like the minute hand's just moving down, right? So later. Okay. When I combine it with C, I'm gonna drop the hand. And I'm gonna go C into an L and drop the L a little bit. Not all the way down, just about a quarter of the way, right? So see you later. This takes a little bit of practice because they are fairly complex hand shapes and it transitions. See you later. See you later, okay? See you later. And I know you want to be smooth when you sign that. You're like, so, and you're going to take off. You don't want to have this awkward, right? You don't want to do all that. So practice this so that it gets easy for you and you look smooth. You look cool when you do it. All right, I just chatted it up with that person and now I'm out. See you later. Let's do a little bit of a review. Ask, are you deaf or hearing? How about just, are you deaf? Where are you from? Sign again, please. Sign slower, please. And see you later. Again, these are super common phrases, questions that you're gonna be signing when you meet a deaf person. I strongly encourage you to pause now, review this. If you need to rewind the video to get all those great, or go back in the video, rewind. How old am I really? Come on. Go back in the video and practice these. I strongly encourage you, do not just learn 1,000 signs to forget all of them. Learn some signs and do it well. As Bruce Lee said, I don't fear the man who knows 1,000 kicks, but I fear the man who knows one kick and has done it 1,000 times. Practice the signs till you get them and then add some more. I wanted to just thank you for joining me on this lesson. I hope you're getting value from this content. Like and subscribe to my channel. It helps boost my stuff out there. Leave me a comment and let me know what you thought. And if you have ideas on future lessons, I'd love to hear that as well. And I want to remind you, if you're like, hey, this is really good, I want to continue learning, I also have a full course that I created, link below, but you can get access to my course for an entire week for free and take it for a test run. I think you'll really enjoy it. And if all you want is my free content, I'm super happy that you're here, and I will be doing many more of these lessons. So hit the notification bell so you know when I drop a new one. Thanks for watching again, and keep on signing.